to be here in Santa Barbara. Give it up for Santa Barbara. Or as Oprah likes to call it, the maid's quarters.
Sorry about that.
It's true. Hey, you guys seem like a sophisticated crowd. You guys are probably old enough to remember that there was a president called John F. Kennedy. Do you guys know that?
Yeah.
Did you know that he baked a honeymoon here in Santa Barbara? A lot of you guys knew that, right? Wasn't as memorable as a trip to Dallas for him, though. He gave them a piece of his mind. Oh man, I hate to start on a serious note, but hey, can you guys give it up for my wife right there? Woo! Give it up for my wife. I like to refer to her as my lovely bride. She's my lovely bride. We just celebrated 20,000 years. But she's still my lovely bride. But she almost didn't come to the show tonight. Oh, she was so sick earlier, my shit. Oh my God. She was like, I am not going. I'm going to stay home and take the Christmas tree down. I'm like, you're just going to put it back up next month? Well, anyways, hey, I said I wasn't going to start on a serious note, but I am. I'm going to start on a little bit of a serious note. And for my wife, she's so special to me. I am, and so is this foundation, the Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation. I am a 4-time cancer survivor. And I wouldn't have gone through it without my wife. She took real good care of me. I had a major surgery. I had esophageal cancer, and they had to move my stomach from here to here. And it was a serious deal, but in the middle of the night, if I was in a lot of pain, all I'd have to do is whisper her name, and she'd jump up and take care of me. So give it up for me. And if esophageal cancer wasn't enough, I've had lung cancer twice in the last 5 years. So, I remind myself on a daily basis how good it is to be alive, and I'm still here. And so, don't forget to donate to the Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation people. But for those of you guys who are not familiar with me, my name is Richard Asperger. People laugh. They hear my name, they chuckle, they think it's a stage name. It is not a stage name. It is not. Give it up for her. She's like, yeah, your name sucks. Let's clap for a sucky name. The last name Asperger, it is a funny name, right? But the first name itself, Richard, is a tricky name, right? It's got that nickname. You guys all know it. You're chuckling already. Go ahead, shout it out. It's the first name. See, Dick is the first. Oh, anyways, you guys just called me Dick Asperger. I was thinking Rick. I was really thinking Rick. Yeah. Dick is my personality. After the show, you guys go, that Dick wasn't funny. But the last name, Asperger, is a weird name. Doesn't it sound like an unsanitary sandwich? It does. Oh my God. How many of you guys knew that it was a syndrome? You knew it was a syndrome. You were clapping. She was like, it must be near and dear to your heart. Does someone you know have Asperger's syndrome? She does. She does. So it's a syndrome. I didn't know that. I'm a little older than some of you people. But the first thing I Googled, because Google is a new thing for me. One of the first things I Googled. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what was the first thing I Googled. But, okay, the third thing I Googled. Okay, it was years later, but I Googled my last name, Asperger, and I found out that it was a syndrome. I didn't know. So it made sense that all those years, people would come up to me and go, hey man, are you on the spectrum? I'd be like, yeah, I get basic cable and internet. Yeah, it's really something. I had no idea, so then I became, kind of famous. Asperger's syndrome. But, my sister, I have a sister, bless her heart, She hated her name worse than I did, because you can imagine growing up Richard Asperger. But my sister really hated her name too. Whenever they would do last names first in school, she would cringe. Asperger Patty. Yeah, that's what everybody would do in third grade. They would just laugh. All the boys always wanted to hide their pickle in her buns, too. Terrible, 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 terrible. Yeah, poor girl, poor girl. My parents even felt so bad for her that they signed a consent form for her so she could get married at 15. She hated the name so much. But it kind of got worse, if you ask me. Was that me? Well, it kind of got worse because she married a guy named John Cakes. And suddenly my sister went from Asperger Patty to Patty Cakes. Well, you know what, even worse? You know what that guy does for a living? True story. You know what he does? The guy's a baker man. Now she's Patty Cakes married to a baker's man. Terrible, 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 terrible. Oh, man. Yeah. But I always wanted like a famous Asperger in my life, you know, I mean, because, you know, Asperger is a funny name, right? And I always wanted like a famous Asperger, but as close as I got, you guys may be familiar with my grandmother. No, you guys, Grandma Kisma? Kisma Asperger, anyone? You guys don't know my Grandma Kisma? Oh my God. You know, my grandma, God bless her, man. My grandma was a great cook. She was voted 3 years, 96, 2000. 4 years in a row, she was voted best meth cook in all of Antelope Valley. True. I tried grandma's meth one time. I took a nap 3 years and a felony later. To this day, people up there in the Antelope Valley, when they do a line of meth, not all of them do meth. Some of them do heroin. But when they do that line of meth, just like Grandma Kiss My Asperger used to do. Oh my God. You know, but she wasn't always Grandma Kiss My Asperger. Oh no. She married into the family. Oh, she did. She married my grandfather, Harry Asperger. Oh my God. You guys are a lot of fun. You're a lot of fun. Not looking at me, you guys wouldn't know it, but I think I know what it is women want. Hey, look here. Some of you are going, oh, baby. No, I think women want the tall, the dark, the handsome, the Don Juan type. With me, I'm the no way Jose type. That's why I give it up for my wife one more time. She said, okay. But, we live in a society right now, it's changing so much, right? There's so much sexuality out there. There's I think June is Pride Month, right? And I really think in June they need to add another group for people like me. The bad sexuals. We can have our own bad Pride Day. We can carry signs that say, we suck. Just not in a good way. I know. I'm going to keep it clean here. I am. But I remember, going back to, being a kid, when I was growing up, I didn't know that, my dad was kind of like an awkward guy. I had lung cancer twice, esophageal cancer. When I was a little kid, I could smoke in front of my parents. I literally could. I'm in fourth grade. They'd buy me cigarettes. My dad would buy me beer. And I'm not making that up. But, he used to think that if you let them do it when they're young, they won't do it when they're old. And as I got older and faced cancers and stuff, I thought he's right, because we'll be dead of cancer. Oh, man. But, my dad was a great guy. My family was a great family. It was unorthodox, I remember my first day of school as a kid. I'm raising my granddaughter right now, and I take her to school in the morning. And I remember my first day of school when they said to me, first the lady called me Little Dick, which, I'm like, teacher, really? Please? Really? Anyway, she says, what is it your dad does for a living? I said, well, he was doing 3 to 5, but he got on good behavior. I got to close. It's gone so fast, and you guys have been so much fun. I've been doing comedy since 2018. And in 2019, I actually got a fan letter. Somebody sent me a fan letter. It was very nice. In the mailbox, just like a real letter. It just says, hey, I saw your show. It was fantastic. 2 weeks later, I got a hate email. I swear to God, this is true. It said, the opening line was, I can't wait to spit on your grave. And then there was a couple other lines that were kind of on that line. And then it said, and I don't like you. And I was like, when did Grandma Kisma learn how to use the internet? My name's Richard Asperger. You guys have been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the night. Thank you so much.